We left off, I believe it's a cake. Yes, the first cake. And we're going to go to the next one. A weirder, more whatever. I just told ChatGPT to make me a weird cake one, and this is what it did. It's got candles on it too. Chris has unique taste, not just in women, like Stephanie, but and bras. The next one, we have his first and his line of Kenko cups. These are actual images of his Kenkos. Why not start off with the realism, he thought. Because if he's going to go for Kenko cups, why wouldn't he? He can have Kenkos upstairs and down. Next up is what his wife makes him out to be online. Carved out of stone. Just his Kenkos, though. Because there's so much retained water in there. They are hard as a rock. And clutch your pearls some more, because there's nothing like a day at the pool with the inflatable Kenko bra. This one blows up to the size of your actual Kenkos. Not only does he have those flotation devices on his chest, he has a secondary one on his moves on his chest. It's also very representative of the retained water that's in his Kenkos. Now, for the more artsy of everybody, when he's feeling sophisticated, stylized in the same way of Dolly's melting clocks. We have melting clocks on Kenkos as a bro. Why? I don't know. It's just I thought of it, and it's here. And that's why we're here. Why do I do anything? I don't know. She's punching air as a report button. We have these right here. Made to look like glowing marble. It's the most glowing spot on his body other than his Kenkos. Makes him feel like a real man when he puts this on. Very fancy. And we've achieved quantum Kenkos, everybody. Everybody thought it was impossible, but Chris Kenkos has achieved quantum Kenkos. The infinity bra. Yes. The big toes are where his nipples go. I'd like to point that out. Because they hang out like sausage links. Yes, Miss Justice. He totally sent me all of these when he tried them on. And this is what Chris does it for. When he says, well, he's going to have the best cankles on TikTok, he means it. Someone even made him a trophy months and months ago, because this one's old. This one's one of the ones from the first time Chris Cankles had a fashion show with girls. I'm making more as we speak. I was already late, and I was like, fuck, I'm 40 minutes late. Well, I'll make them while I talk. So now that we've seen part one of Chris Cankle's Cankle Cups, he gives a new meaning to C cups, not by size, but by definition. We're going to talk about Stephanie Shannon and Tiffany. Who do we want to start with? The Roach Motel ladies, yes. I don't know who's worse. Being divorced because you're on TikTok, having a husband like Chris Cankles, or lying to everybody about your devious situation like Tiffany does, because she's the one that aggresses it, and she threw a chair at him on FaceTime. I wasn't there for it, but I believe it. They all have husband issues, just in different versions. One don't have one, can't keep one. One has one, because it's the only one she'll ever get, and one beats him. They all have children problem too. Stephanie lost custody of hers. No, Shannon lost custody of hers. Stephanie uses hers to co-sign a house for her, and Tiffany runs hers over, lets them eat THC gummies, and lets a roach be in their feeding tube. Oh, and let's not forget, she made one the mascot for a whole ass account that she wanted pity and sympathy off of. No, Tiffany, Lucid Dreams Tiffany, the one that the weird one, the one that nobody likes. Yes, singing in the trash. Stephanie currently has a house now that her son co-signed for her, because they had been through bankruptcy on 3 separate occasions. And boy, was that fun putting out there. Because she's like, I've never went through bankruptcy. Then I showed one. She's like, oh, okay, one. And then I showed 2 more. And she's like, motherfucker. Yeah. I also made a meme of them losing their house to foreclosure. I still laugh at it today. I seen it when I was getting the Chris Cankles picture, and I did laugh at it. Tiffany called me, and Tiffany said that she was going to call CPS on Megan, and that she was going to make accounts and pretend to be people to ruin their shit. And I said if she did that, I was going to drag the fuck out of her on this internet until she gets off of it. She made the account about Hallie, and that told me that, well, there's no telling if she's done the other one. I'm going to drag her. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is, and that's when I posted that first video about her. Megan ended up having CPS call on her today. Well, show up today. It's unknown when they called. I don't know if it was days ago, a week ago, whatever, but it's bullshit. Hey, Bougie. And I believe it was those three, Stephanie, Shannon, and Tiffany. Because correct me if I'm wrong, the story that was given was one that was made up by Shannon. I see why they're so bitter. We all do when they show their face. A total lie, Miss Justice. A total lie. Oh, they're reporting. Hold on one second. Let me get nothing on the green screen. Tap the live, do all that good stuff. I believe Megan will take legal action on it. To be completely honest, the story that was given would have been easily disproved before CPS went out there if CPS would have just checked, if any of that had happened. It would be a reported event through the police. But they do have to do their job and check, and they do a lot of harm when people falsely report. Everybody should encourage Megan to urge the CPS worker to take action against the person that called. Because she's let it slide 2 times already. And that's good on her. But I don't think she should let this one slide. Yep, go find me for an attorney. I'll support that. Well, shit, go find me for an attorney and whatever's left over so they can take a vacation. So, maybe something good can come of it instead of just negative shit. But the people that are doing it are evil. The same people that Friends with Attitudes is like, you're bullying them. Well, look what the fuck they're doing to everybody else. Oh, there's some breaking news. Let me get to that. I believe we're going to be playing a clip. So, I have just received a clip. One of, I'm sure, many that will be coming in and that will be found. Of Friends with Attitudes bullying Rizzy, the woman who unalived herself on TikTok Live because of bullying. Let's take a listen.
Right. She need to grow one. She need to grow a big enough one to help her stand up. That's what she need to do, but we're not talking about that. Oh, mute.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get video on this, because you ought to see her face.
Right. She need to grow one. She need to grow a big enough one to help her stand up. That's what she need to do, but we're not talking about that. Oh, mute. No, don't mute now. Don't mute now. Let's talk about it. If you want to talk about what somebody has and what they don't have, I heard you can't stand up straight. So the thing about it is that most people. I'm mad that I told that bitch to beat it and pick up your other leg, bitch, and take it with you. Okay, do the moonwalk out, drag it. That's fucked up. Do what you gotta do. Michael Jackson it out. I told her ass up. I told Rizzy ass up over there. Right. She need to grow one.
Let's
she need to grow a big enough one to help her stand up. That's what she need to do, but we're not talking about that. I'll mute. No, don't mute now. Don't mute now. Let's talk about it. If you want to talk about what somebody has and what they don't have, I heard you can't stand up straight. So the thing about it is that most people. I'm mad that I told that bitch to beat it and pick up your other leg, bitch, and take it with you. Okay, do the moonwalk out, drag it. That's fucked up. Do what you gotta do. Michael Jackson it out. I told her ass up. I told Rizzy ass up over there. Right. She need to grow one. She need to grow a big enough one to help her stand up. That's what she needs.
Friends with attitude contributed in the bullying of that woman who took her own life. Now, after completely dismissing it at first, and then seeing an opportunity to make money if she faked giving a fuck about it, is currently faking giving a fuck about it. This will not be the only clip that would be brought up. You see, full context is full context, and I'm just the messenger. If people don't like the truth, they can get loud and get defensive and say I'm bullying them. But I didn't bully somebody into passing away like Friends with Attitudes did, just to turn around and pretend to give a fuck for money. I might be calm about it. I am, because I don't care about Friends with Attitudes. The second I tried to tell her the truth about what she participated in with Monster and taking Halle Not Berry's word, unbelievable. I just said that. Somebody took Halle Not Berry's word for something and allowed Monster to be lied on. To call Monster racist and then to turn around and say that she didn't call Monster racist, that told me exactly who you were. You're a fool with attitude. What? Were you trying to bully Monster into doing it so you could pretend to give a fuck about that too? Right, it's recorded. What else is recorded is several instances of Friends with Attitudes bullying Rizzy. I didn't know Rizzy. I've never spoken to her to my knowledge. I've never bullied her. I do know that. But every single person that contributed to bullying her should not be pretending to care. They should be remorseful for their actions. It does explain why Friends with Attitudes didn't care when she first heard the news. She cared. She said, oh, well, that's going to traumatize us, y'all. She shouldn't be doing that. Ma'am, you pushed her to do that. You helped push her to do that. It was a team effort, and you were part of the team. I have more respect for people standing on business that ain't pretending to give a fuck than somebody who helped push her to do that to herself and take her own life and then pretend to care for money. As she's over there saying, stop the bullying. Well, she has to start with herself first, because she's saying stop the bullying, but she's trying to bully Monster. Stop the bullying, but she's trying to bully me and failing miserably. She's not going to get the reaction that she wants out of me. Well, because real recognize real, and it also recognizes fake too. And I see friends with attitudes as some fake ass attitude. I also don't know how many ways I'm going to use the initials FWA. I will use them enough until she changes them. There are years and years of history of lives from when TikTok first started that show friends with attitudes behavior. Did I care? No. Is she allowed to be who she is? Absolutely. But she's not allowed to lie on me and my people. Now, I know I say my people, and then that one sick woman jumped up in the box and was like, you're responsible for all the gang stalking. And I'm like, what? That's weird. What gang stalking? But okay. You go get it. Just don't cough on me, because your entire personality is that of a sick person. You do nothing but post about being sick. Also, record time. I went to her page, and I'm like, I'm going to find out who this person is, because obviously they've got something wrong with their brain. And apparently she does, because that's all she posts about, is whatever's wrong with her brain. But she also posted her medical records too. She attempted to redact, but if you put it through the luminance gradient option of a website with tools on it for photos, you can clearly see her name and everything underneath it. So congratulations, I found your Facebook, and that's what I posted. That's who on my most recent post. It is WDS or WTFEDS or whoever the fuck it is. I don't know. Weird. Don't accuse me of, quote, all of the gang stalking while I promote people to act as individuals, to do independent research, and to not rally together and attack somebody. I believe it, Bougie. I do. And you were actually genuinely nice to her. Like, you see, I never gave Friends with Attitudes money. I recycled my gifts with her a few times, and that's a couple $100. But I don't give a fuck about that. She has always been transparent about being on the app for money. So nobody can really be mad at her about that. She'll cry and say, they're pocket watching me. Or she accused me of pocket watching her or caring about what she made. I don't. Because I'm pretty good at being consistent because I'm not lying when I say it. She's been transparent from the beginning about being here for money. But how much of yourself are you going to sell? Because it's an awful lot to bully somebody to unaliven themselves and then pretending to care for money. That's a lot of yourself that you sold for really nothing in the long term. Right, Farrah? Nobody should make money on somebody who passed. And she can lie and say that I told people not to go there. I tell people it's okay to fucking associate with Santa Claus. Like, which, that fucking vulture. My God, she was in her chat windmilling, looking for her new best friend, Friends with Attitudes. I laughed at that one. I had to. That does mean you too, Dora. Right, Rose. She should take the advice from the live last night and work on her customer service a little bit better. If she only fucks with you for money, maybe she shouldn't shit on you if you don't give her any. Maybe you should actually get to know people. Because I don't do outrage content often. Sometimes. I don't even know if it's outrage because people tell me I keep the same tone. So is it really outrage? I don't know. Sometimes I'm just funny, putting Chris Cankles up here in different brawls and talking about Stephanie's mole and Shannon's roaches and Tiffany running over her kid. And posting her own unalive child and blaming it on everybody else, bold-faced lying to everybody. I tried to tell her, though. I did try to tell Fool with Attitude that she needs to aim her fake-ass attitude somewhere else and not support Tiffany because, well, anyone who's going to post their own unalive child then lie to everybody's face and say it's not her and blame it on anybody she has beef with, that's more looking out for you, actually, because she's going to do some shit to you and ruin you. Because I'm not going to say anything. I lie, I probably will say something because right is right and wrong is wrong. Maybe Tiffany also should have threatened to call CPS on Megan. Right, OG, customer service voice. Friends with Attitudes, Fool with Attitude, whatever you want to call yourself. I'm not mad at you. But an awful lot of people are. And they bit their tongue because Bougie and I was cool with you. And I'll be honest, I didn't even know you and Bougie wasn't cool. This is like, hey, Jenna, this is like the first time I'm finding out about it today. Maybe we don't talk about her behind the scenes. She does keep targeting good people. So let's replay that clip.
Right. She needs
Of Friends with Attitudes participating in the bullying of Rizzy, the woman who unalived herself because of bullying. Friends with Attitudes contributed to that woman passing.
right. She needs to grow one. She needs to grow a big enough one to help her stand up. That's what she needs to do. But we're not talking about that. On mute. No, don't mute now. Don't mute now. Mm-mm. Let's talk about it. If you want to talk about what somebody has and what they don't have, I heard you can't stand up straight. So the thing about it is that Most people. I'm mad that I told that bitch to beat it and pick up your other leg, bitch, and take it with you. Okay, do the moonwalk out, drag it. That's fucked up. Do what you gotta do. Michael Jackson it out. I tore her ass up. I tore Rizzy ass up over there. Right. She needs to grow one.
So,
she needs to grow a big enough one to help her stand.
There's more. Actually, she did have a similar reaction to finding out what Rizzy did. She laughed about it. And then she said, if I pretend to care, I can make money. So you're telling me that you participated in bullying this woman to take her own life, and then now you want to reap benefits off of her taking her own life. That's wild. You know everybody's now looking for clips of you doing this. And you know what? It couldn't happen to a more fake individual. Because you wouldn't be caught being fake as fuck if you wasn't. Oh, we'll be replaying that clip. If anybody finds any clips of Friends with Attitudes bullying Rizzy, by all means, send them to me. I will play them. Awareness needs to be brought on the fact that Friends with Attitudes participated in this woman coming to terms with the fact that she felt she needed to take her own life on TikTok to show people what excessive bullying does, and then turn around and laugh about it. Friends with Attitudes. First off, you laughed about it when you first heard about it. You thought it was funny. And then fake giving a fuck for money. I can almost not put it to words. Yep, laughed, smiled big, said she was getting her lashes done or did her lashes, something like that. Gave no fuck until she realized I can be fake and I can pretend to care and people will look at me like a big savior. Doesn't work that way. And Petty needs to sit the fuck down too. Because he a whole ass abuser. He shouldn't have no opinion on this. Because he's tried to push people to that point. I truly believe that was his goal at one point in time for a few people. I know his goal was to get 2 people unalived with his little 45 live, Bougie, and his baby mama. So, there's that on Petty. Then there's Scammy Claus, being the best vulture she can be in Friends with Attitudes Lives. What? You go on platform Scammy Claus, someone who Jen attempted many times from the bullying from Scammy Claus and Dora. You're going to platform Tiffany, who gives no fuck about anybody else because she posted her own unalive child and blamed it on everybody she was beefing with, knowing it was her. You're going to platform Hallie Not Berry, who claimed to have wanted to unalive herself because she has a double chin, who also claimed that her cat went through DV. All of y'all belong together. Because you're all weird as fucking gross. Platform Stephanie next. She'll she'll write you a pardon and sign a judge's name to it. Yeah, because friends with attitudes being fake as fuck, being like, my mental health. You're forcing me to listen to the truth. Yeah, you ran your goddamn mouth about Monster and lied about it and took, of all fucking people, Halle Not Berry's fucking word for it. So, get Halle Not Berry on there. I'll send you the clip of me saying I hope Monster swings you by your double chin. And fuck your cat. Hell, I was in her box, and she didn't even have to pull the clip because I said I'll bully Tiffany until she fucking stops. I don't give a fuck. I mean it. It ain't my fault that friends with attitude doesn't want to be wrong. She just wants that money. Stop the bullying. Well, stop your bullying. You're the one who made someone unalive themselves. Maybe friends with attitudes can have a valid opinion on this if she can go back in time and not push that woman into unaliving herself. Other than that, she needs to sit the fuck down and do anything else. Because I promise you, this whole stop the bully and anti-bully shit is not going to turn out well, because you go live for an hour and 55 minutes of that hour is you trashing somebody for money. Funny, FWA cries mental health today after causing this mess. Right. But we know me. I might not give a fuck about mental health. Okay? Especially when somebody's using it as an excuse. I might not give a fuck about boundaries when someone is using it as an excuse. She wanted to talk about boundaries. Why? Because I've mentioned boundaries with like Regina and Holly Mae, so she thought it would be a bright idea and that would make it seem like I might be a hypocrite if I've, quote, violated her boundaries. But if you have a boundary up to where people can't tell you the truth, I'm sorry, that's not a boundary. That's just you being uncomfortable with being wrong. It's okay to be wrong. But it's not okay to drag somebody needlessly. And I know she's drugged a lot of you. And I haven't said anything. But that's because, well, everybody needs to see who she is. And I knew the path that she was going to take. That she was going to say, I'm such an evil person bullying women, and that I tell people not to go over there, and that's why you guys didn't go over there. No, I was totally fine with everybody going over there. She looks like a fool. I cannot say anything bad enough about her that's going to make her look worse than she does just by speaking. I got another clip. It's from my live yesterday. My live's going to be decent.
I'm going to move on about my life. I'm going to move on about my day.
Oh, okay. It's a 10-second. It's a 10-second clip. Sorry, I meant to pause it, but Friends with Attitudes likes to interrupt me so much. Even on video, the video likes to play and interrupt me. I'm going to play this clip. It's audio only. This is my live last night. I will be pulling that live from last night, and I will be posting her entire section and everything that she said about everybody.
I'm going to move on about my life. I'm going to move on about my day, because my side of TikTok has had a death. Do the shit that how y'all do shit over here. So y'all have a blessed day. Now I'm going to move on about my life.
Oh my God, that's perfect. Hey, OG.
Hey, So I was just in another live that is also listening to you and talking about FWA, and I brought up the fact of what FWA said to spread love today, and they were like, "Well, did you hear?" And I don't know if you've heard this. Did you hear what they said about Hallie not Berry? And I was like, "No, I didn't." So they ran the clip back, and I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's someone that I can't stand. Um, it's disgusting, FWA, to tell Florida man to go push Holly Not Berry over the edge down alive herself. You're a sick bitch. I said what I said, and I stand on that shit.
Fuck, I have no sympathy for Halle Not Berry.
Huh?
I have no sympathy for Halle Not Berry.
And I get that, but when it comes to unaliving, no, fuck that. I can't get down with that.
She will get no more chances here.
You don't have to give her a chance. It's not about giving her a chance. It's about what's right is right, wrong is wrong.
I know she's watching, and I know she got her hopes up when you said, that in slight defense of her. I wanted to tell her directly that she gets no more chances here because she is an evil, deranged asshole.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, then let me put this out this way because there's no more chances here for her either. But I am not cool. Huh?
How can she be advocating for a woman who took her own life when she is trying to tell other people to push people to take their own life while
Correct.
she pushed that woman to actually do so?
Correct. And then she told Spread Love to unalive and one other person. So that's 3 people today that she has made that reference to while she's sitting in her box crying and making money off somebody
that she pushed and bullied.
Exactly. Yep. When you get a minute, take a deep dive down the YouTube. I'll have to text it to you. I think it's called Yep.
Yeah, I've already been on there. I've been on there for a while. It's just FWA didn't know I was collecting clips already because I knew exactly what she was going to be doing.
Yep. Absolutely.
I just have to go back and get the ones where she was bullying Rizzy because I didn't think she actually did it.
Yep.
But she did.
She's sick, and then for her to sit over there and play victim today and like you abused her, that was just fucking wild to me.
If telling the truth and giving full context is abuse, well then, lying on somebody and dragging them is also abuse. Matter of fact, I'll take any and all clips of FWA talking shit. Tomorrow's live is going to be all about FWA and all the contradictions that she is showing. She won't stream it, that's for sure, because she won't want her people, the ones cash apping her, seeing the vile shit that she participates in and instigates while sitting there saying, "Stop the bullying. I'm the biggest victim out here."
Mm-hmm. And she is too. I mean, she lies on fucking everybody. Let's be real. I didn't leave this fucking app because I did anything wrong to anybody. I left this app for my own fucking mental health. You know that. Other people know that. And she's running around saying, I left the app because I did people wrong. No, the fuck I didn't, bitch.
Yeah, singing down there, I messaged her because she was giving the old Messy Talk YouTubes to people, and I'm like, hey, I need those. And that's when I started.
Yep. Yep. She definitely aided to that young woman. And I'll tell you this, if y'all have not read that TMZ article, I got goosebumps reading that. And it started bringing tears to my eyes. It's fucking sad.
I'm sure it's okay to message her down in the chat, singing in the trash, if you need those. Or you can message me or anybody else. Mallory's got them, I believe. Megan's got them, maybe. I don't know who has them. I know I have them, and I know she has them because she's the one that gave them to me, and I do appreciate that. Yeah, I made it to TMZ.
Yeah, not TMZ like the TMZ that used to be on the app, like the actual TMZ, like world national TMZ article. Depending on how long Florida Man and Mallory are live tonight, I may go live and show it because quite frankly, I think there needs to be. It needs to be seen.
If you want. We'll read it. You can go screenshot it and show it. We'll read it right here.
Oh, okay, hold on.
And if you haven't submitted your tip to TMZ about Friends with Attitudes participating in the bullying of that woman, well, there's going to be more clips for you to submit to. She wanted to be famous. She wanted notoriety. I feel like it's all of our jobs to help her succeed in getting the fame that she wanted so badly by bullying someone into unaliving themselves and then pretending like she gave a fuck for money. And I'm just kind of chill about most things. I don't correct anybody. I don't go to anybody and say, I don't like that. Because if I don't like that, I ain't got to watch it. Doesn't mean I don't like you as a person. Too many people say you do one action and they stop liking you completely. I don't care. I still like the person. You had your reasons to do what you did. But it's completely different when somebody bullies someone into taking their own life and then laughs about it when they do, and then turns around and pretends to care for money.
I am going to give a trigger warning. If you struggle with mental health, there's two great things. There's 988. There's also the White Flag app that when you reach out on the White Flag app, you're actually reaching out to like-minded individuals that are struggling or have struggled with the same possible things as you. But I will give a trigger warning. Somebody who struggles with depression and mental health issues, it upset me to read this.
Now, before we read that, we're going to get FWA's participation so far in the bullying before we read it, and we're going to do it after too. So I'll play this, and then OG is going to get the big box, and we are going to go from there.
Right. She need to grow one. She need to grow a big enough one to help her stand up. That's what she need to do. But we're not talking about that. I'll mute. No, don't mute now. Don't mute now. Let's talk about it. If you want to talk about what somebody has and what they don't have, I heard you can't stand up straight. So the thing about it is that most people. I'm mad that I told that bitch to beat it and pick up your other leg, bitch, and take it with you. Okay, do the moonwalk out, drag it, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Michael Jackson it out. I told her ass up. I told Rizzy ass up over there. Right.
All right. Go ahead and big box you, OG.
2 seconds.
Maybe Friends with Attitudes is acting this way because she knows that she's going to get caught. She had that nervous guilt that most people get whenever they know they fucked up and they're lying. But do you want to read it or do you want me to read it? I don't know if you're muted, but do you want me to read it?
My bad. I'm just talking away reading.
Oh, go. You read it. I'll mute.
I started coughing, so we're gonna have to. This is the front page of it. It says, Riziki, cops investigate TikToker's death as fans allege suicide from bullying. Says police are investigating TikToker Riziki. I can't pronounce her last name.
Don't worry about last names.
After numerous reports surface that she died by suicide. The Montgomery Police Department in Alabama tells TMZ they're investigating the circumstances of her December 12th death. So I didn't realize until you just played the clip before I played this. I already knew this part was in this article, right? So I'm glad you're gonna play it after, because I might have to go screenshot this one. Yeah, hold on one second.
Any clips that you find of Friends with Attitudes bullying that woman that took her own life, forward them to me and let me know if you forwarded them to the Montgomery, Alabama Police Department. If you did, then I won't. But if you don't want to, then I will.
Okay, it says a landslide of concerned social media users have reported it appears she ended her life during a live stream on TikTok after being subject to constant bullying. Though police were unable to confirm this to TMZ as of Wednesday, many of her loved ones declined to comment. Riziki had previously spoken out about her mental health struggles over the years.
Right, Nate Storm? There are no sides of TikTok that are split by race. Like, messy talk is important because messy talk is a culture environment. I did a whole video on it on this account. Actually, it's still up. Whenever you're ready to continue, I see you struggling over there. Let me know.
She previously spoke out about her mental health struggles.
Oh, take a minute. Continue. So, yeah, messy talk is a needed, healthy environment. That's why I don't go and participate in messy talk, because it's not for me. They deserve that space so there's no code switching and they can not have to worry about anything. If you research it, it actually is healthy and it actually is needed. Now, Friends with Attitudes claims that she's on messy talk, but she's not. Because if she actually was, she would respect the boundaries of messy talk. And contrary to what a lot of people think, after you do the research, you'll see why I say it. Exclude white people because it's not for white people. Stella, yeah, I did, but it was a response to other people and things that they've done.
I'll be honest, y'all. It is triggering for me. Because for those that know.
Screenshot this. You mean to get a box? You're good. Take all the time you need. All the time you need.
I'm good. It's just like, the fuck, bro. You know. She's spoken out about her mental health struggles over the years. She was a law student at Illinois Institute of Technology and heavily involved in her social ministry. She was also known for her close relationship with her service dog, Chief. Which, if y'all think about that clip Florida Man just played, they were talking about it. So I'm assuming she has something going on with her legs. I'm glad we're going to listen to that clip again.
Yes, we will listen to that clip again.
And then this just says, if you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, Help is available. Call or text 988 or chat 988 lifeline.org. And again, there is the white flag app.
Yes, if you trigger 988 white flag app, don't put yourself through triggering situations like this and topics like this if it's something that you know will cause you to feel any kind of way. Because the information can always be delivered in a softer way. On live, it's very blunt, very direct. But there are softer ways to deliver the information that's less triggering, and sometimes you just may not want to know about certain topics. So if it's not for you,
anger, bro. That's what I feel for this girl. Fucking anger.
we're gonna play that clip again, and I'm very disappointed. And a lot of people actually, because I know there's people that know that she bullied her, and now they support her faking to care, and everybody's seen her laugh. Maybe the people supporting her are the people that helped bully her too, and they're just trying to cover. But here's the clip.
She need to grow one. She need to grow a big enough one to help her stand up. That's what she need to do, but we're not talking about that. I'll mute. No, don't mute now. Don't mute now. Let's talk about it. If you want to talk about what somebody has and what they don't have, I heard you can't stand up straight. So the thing about it is that most people.
I told that bitch to beat it and pick up your other leg, bitch, and take it with you.
Okay, do the moonwalk out, drag it, do whatever you gotta do. Fucked up. Do what you gotta do. Michael Jackson it out.
I told her ass up. I told Rizzy ass up over there.
Right. She need to grow one. She need to grow a big enough one to help her stand.
Wow, FWA, and you're sitting over there today fucking claiming victim. You are sitting there claiming fucking victim. You bullied this woman. You bullied it.
I talked to her calmly. She laughed at the woman who unalived herself for unaliving herself because she bullied her. And she thought, well, that's what she really thinks. She let her real emotions out at first and then pretended to care when she seen money. Yes, the comments, that's why I'm not really showing the comments too much as I can. The comments are pretty bad too. I can proudly say I had nothing to do with that.
Can I interrupt for a minute?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, so today, Explain and I worked on getting the live recordings of from this weekend. We got them taken off of the stream, like, recording apps and websites. So if anyone knows of any stream recording apps or websites, can you just let me know? Because she did streamrecorder.io, and then I've contacted Rewatch and Live Archives, and they're all taking them down so that no one else can go get them.
Yes, please. Contact Mittens about that. Explain in detail about that. You can contact me about it. I'm sure you can contact OG. You can contact anybody that you know Mittens or Explain knows and just say, hey. So if you don't know them, can't message them, you can just tell anybody to pass it along to them. Because that recording needs to be offline.
Yeah. I mean, the comments right now are saying that it's on Facebook, but I'll try to get a hold of customer service or legal with Facebook.
It's a video that's going to float around on the darker side of the internet for sure. So
Absolutely.
100% off the internet, but it does need to at least be contained to the darker side of the internet where people have to consent to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Breezy, definitely. You can, if someone's playing it, you can report their live for suicide and self-harm. Florida Man, somebody told me that they sent your live from last night to your Snap so that you didn't have to pull it.
I appreciate it. I'm sure that was Beast Mode, right?
Yep.
Beast Mode is so good at sending the lives. I have so many that I just haven't looked at yet, but it's so handy. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, they're awesome with that. They just text me to tell me to let you know.
Speaking of my live from last night, we're gonna listen to this 10-second clip.
Now I'm gonna move on about my life. I'm gonna move on about my day, because my side of TikTok has had a death due to shit that how y'all do shit over here. So y'all have a blessed day. Now I'm gonna move on.
Notice how she said she's going to move on with her life when she bullied someone into not being able to do that. How she's going to move on with her day while she bullied somebody into not being able to do that.
I'm a bit confused. Riddle me this about how we do shit over here, because FWA, if I'm not mistaken, Miss Ma'am, you literally burn calories running so goddamn fast to grab one of us for a clip that you can play in your fucking live to talk about.
Right. And that's a call that, OG, have I ever even asked you to hear that call?
Nope.
Because I told her, I'm like, I don't want to hear that shit. I'm good.
Mm-mm.
But FWA wanted to hear it, and if you wanted to hear it, that's fine. But just wasn't for me. It does show a bit of a character difference between FWA and myself.
She literally sent people to call me. And then I think it was the night that her and I got into it over what her mod said about transphobic and homophobic. And let me be clear, that's not the first time FWA has said some transphobic or homophobic shit. So let's not get it minced.
Oh, you can talk about Trish now, by the way, because remember last night when I stopped everybody and I said, hey, now don't attack the mods? Trish wanted to run her mouth about me. So by all means, that's open. I did that on purpose, knowing that she would.
Yeah, well, good old Trish there. I mean, lied on Tria Moore. Lied and said that all I said was I misspoke and I called him it. No, bitch. No, no, you didn't. You said a whole hell of a lot more, and you laughed. You fucking laughed.
Go get those clips. When there's no respect to me and my people, well, I'm still going to try to respect you and yours until they don't get the idea that maybe they should stop.
Do you remember when, and I know she's nobody's favorite in here, but let's put it all out on the table now. You remember when Smash did a hypothetical and said, well, what if I call Powers the N-word? Because again, they were talking about the F slur. And she ran with that. Okay? She ran with that. But truth be told, you were saying the F slur. You gave no fucks about people in the trans community or the LGBTQIA. You don't give a fuck about any of them. You don't give a fuck about anybody but yourself.
About the money.
Yep, the money. And bitch, miss me with this, I defended my child on the DV. No, you didn't. That man was trying to get the fuck away from you. See, here's the thing, friends. I live in the same state as you. I'm 35 minutes from you. I didn't even look into your fucking case. I still supported you. But you know when I did look into your case? When you kept disrespecting people like my child. And I'm a fucking ally. I will always defend anybody in the LGBTQIA.
I'm not looking into her case. That's actually her business to me.
Yep,
so.
it sure is. But you know what? She made it all of ours by bringing it to this fucking app.
Did she?
She did. She did. She did. I didn't think so. And I listened to you and others when they were like, just go ahead and leave that alone. I did until shit popped off. And when I searched it, it's her live and her talking about it. Her live, her talking about it. She brought that shit to this fucking app.
Yes, she brought what she wanted of it to the app. And, she has a right to do that. I still feel it's wrong that Rutina went to her child's Facebook and brought.
I think that's fucked up. Yeah, for sure. I didn't know that happened.
I gotta stand on that because I don't flip flop with my opinions. I can still think someone was done wrong, even if I think they're doing horrendous shit by pretending to care about somebody they pushed to unalive themselves. But it is a good point. Logic would tell you that if you bring a part of something to the app, that there are going to be people out there that are going to look into it. But going to her kid's Facebook was fucked up. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, I didn't look into that. I didn't look at her kid's Facebook.
Rutina did, and I don't give a fuck. That's fucked up. Y'all like Rutina be doing way too much with kids. So she needs to back off that. I don't care if that kid's 18. It's too young, Rutina. Stick with your own age.
Florida man's opinions. My opinion. I mean, I stand on the opinion that Rutina was wrong, but I do feel your statement of she brought what she wanted to the app. She did, and she brought enough to make herself look innocent and get money from people for her attorney and her little ankle bracelet every fucking month. But reading the news article, because that's in my time, like that's in my area, we get those news articles.
I agree with you there, actually.
No, I know. I didn't say you didn't. I was saying
I didn't think of it that way. I didn't think that she brought enough to make herself look innocent and get money. I really didn't think of it that way.
it's exactly what she did. She played it out on this app as if she was defending a DV. A DV. And out of respect for you, if you don't want me to go any further, I'm cool with that. I'll do this on my own platform.
You can speak your mind. Anybody is free to come up here and speak their mind. Notice how we can have a discussion and disagree and not hate each other and still listen to what each other is saying and be like, I didn't think of it that way, and I respect your opinion, this, that, the other. This is how you have a conversation. You don't have to agree 100% of the way, but everybody's free to speak. You go ahead.
She brought just what she wanted to this app to make herself look like a victim, to make it look like, because what's the one thing that I'm gonna throw this out there, what's the one thing that all of us white people band together for? DV and child abuse.
I think everybody. I don't think
that's exactly what the fuck she put out here. DV and child abuse.
I got one correction. I don't think that's a race specific thing. I believe everybody bands together.
Well, no, everybody does, but at that time, I'm gonna just call it for what it is, Florida man. At that time, she was getting a lot of us white people money.
Yeah, but I don't like to put race with it.
I respect that. Point blank period. She brought enough out to make herself look good and enrage us because we thought, because think about it, when it came out, it was boom, we stand with FWA. I didn't even know what the fuck she did. I was just like, and I'll say that's where I was a sheep. Okay, cool. They say she's good, it's good. I regret that now. I regret it after reading the news articles.
Mainly because I put that video out there and I had people repost it and share it and all that. And I don't back down from my stance on that day. That was none of nobody's business. But you do bring up a valid point when she only put enough out to be innocent and get money. That is something that people have to look at.
So in our state, when you take your CPL class, you learn, and this is just speaking in general, right? This is just on CPL. you learn that you cannot pew a person that is walking away from you. Okay?
Well, there's also another thing that I learned, and sadly I learned it off of Bougie, that articles can be wrong.
No, and they can be.
They don't have to be correct. So I don't go based off of news articles or online articles anymore. So that is one thing that I will say. I wait until after it's over, after facts are found, and then it's appropriate to talk about it, because then it's all factual information that's out there.
Okay, we'll table it.
No, you ain't got to table it. That's just my opinion. You can keep going on yours.
No, I'm good. We can table it, because when I speak about it, I want to make sure that we're speaking the facts. We'll make sure that we're speaking the facts. I'm just saying.
Now remember, if you don't speak factual information and you're just going based off of what you know, you're not lying. You're just telling the truth based off of what you know.
True.
And just be open to correction later if more facts come out to change your mind.
Thank you for pointing that out. So, correct, KT. In our state, I'm pretty sure this is kind of like in every state. You have to do 3 things before pew-pewing someone. 3 of those things are saying very loudly, I feel in fear of my life. I have a pew-pew. 3 times. And you better hope someone hears it.
Side note, OG lives in the same state as Fool with Attitude. So she is speaking on the legalities of gun laws that apply to her as well.
Yep. Actually, hold on a minute. And keep in mind, like, when you do that in our state, when you go to get that, a good instructor you're going to be in like an 8-hour class. If you can find a class that's like shorter than that, I would be cautious, because they do have them. But anyhow.
Bougie what? I did mention you. I said I don't go off of articles anymore because of you, and those articles being absolutely wrong. But what articles? Because they were wrong and they're not there no more.
What the hell is going on? Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to flip this around.
That's a good point, Mama 3. Nobody knows what they would have done in that situation because they weren't there as well.
Correct. And so for me, Mom of 3, that's when I kind of just like caught wind here and there of it. I was like, yeah, as a mom, fuck that, right? Like, no, fuck that.
Also, anybody can have a box, whether you agree or disagree. If you disagree, please do. Feel free. It's open discussion. You're allowed to disagree, and nobody's going to hate you for it.
So when you go, like, in order to carry in Michigan, to conceal carry, and I'm pretty sure every state, but I think some states have, is it called the stand your ground state, where you can carry without this?
I'm not sure. See, never been a felon, but I've never got into pew-pews or anything like that. So I wouldn't know any of the laws surrounding that.
I thought I heard that Texas is a stand your ground state. Yep, Mother Moon just said Texas. And I think so here in Michigan, there's 2 ways to be able to carry. You have your CPL way, which is carrying a concealed pew-pew, or you have an open carry, which means it has to be visible at all times. So say you get a waist holster, you better hope your shirt doesn't like slightly cover it and a cop feels like being an ass that day, because they can nail you with that. But one thing that like when we take our classes, we take them from an officer, a sheriff, And the thing that they tell you the most is, if you go to pew pew somebody, make sure you say very loudly, yeah, we are an open carry. Meaning, I don't need my CPL. Quite frankly, though, that's just my own feeling, my own belief. I feel that sometimes open carry could possibly just put you in a shittier situation. But you have to yell 3 times. I feel in fear, I have a pew pew. I feel in fear, I have a pew pew. I feel in fear, I have a pew pew. Has to be openly out there that you feel in fear. But I will say, I will look forward to the
I have a question.
the shit coming out. Yes.
In those laws, is it where you have to shoot to unalive only? Like, so it can't be found that you like got them in the knee or some shit. You also can't get them in the back. You gotta, if they're running away, that removes all.
Correct. You cannot. That's why I brought that up. Because per the news articles, right, it is stated that she pew-pewed in the back.
Okay. I get it. Now, I don't know if the news article is factual. I'm just saying I have questions about the law. I'm not particularly about FWA, but about the law itself. So, yeah, the law pretty much says if they're running away and you get them in the back, that you were not in fear of your life or safety.
Correct. If you say you came to my house and I told you, get the fuck off my property, yada, 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 and you turned around and started walking away and I pew-pewed you, I'm fucked. Now, I'll tell you what my instructor told us both times that I got mine and renewed it. It was always, you shoot to alive.
That's fair. I don't know a lot about gun laws, so it's good to learn something about them. You know you're in the box trouble.
Yeah, I was coming up to say that. So whenever, like, I'm obviously in Florida. We have stand your ground. You have to be in fear for your life. Like, if you're going to pull it out, you're going to have to use it, because if you maim somebody, you can get in a lot of trouble.
For brandishing.
Yep.
Yep.
Or discharge of a weapon.
Unlawful discharge.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's how it is here too. So do you guys have trouble there? Do you guys have like the same, like the open carry, concealed carry, and the stand your ground there?
Yes. So we just recently went to open carry. Me personally, no, I'm going to conceal.
Yep.
As far as stand your ground, you can intervene if a crime is being committed. So, like, say I see somebody in the middle of a DV situation and I could step in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I will say, like, all these pew-pewings, right? Like at the Walmart and like the different places, the schools. Just my own personal thoughts and opinions. I feel that workers should be allowed to have
about that law.
Yep.
For trouble and you. So it's in fear for your life or someone else's. Now, if it's someone else's, are you allowed to
discharge their weapon?
No, hit them anywhere in the back with it. Like,
not if they're running away.
Okay.
You can there's like a whole level of like escalation that you can try and do. Like, you can go, hey, I have XYZ, you need to go get on. But like, let's say somebody breaks into my house and I come out of my room naked and chase them out. As they're running out of my house, I cannot hit them in the back.
That's how it is here in Michigan too. Because at that point, they're trying to get away from us.
And it's no longer a threat.
Yeah, it's no longer a threat.
And this is just my state, my state's rules, and I believe Alabama is the same because we're next door to each other.
Michigan's the same.
It varies by state. So, like, some people have stand your ground, some people have castle doctrine. It just, if anybody's curious, just look up your local laws and just be knowledgeable on it. But
because I tell you what, and I'm sure Trouble could probably say the same thing. It's a motherfucker. Like, and that's why our instructor always says, you just
I
want
got,
one story.
I got another question. I believe, did FWA say that he was in a vehicle driving?
From what I heard, she was in a vehicle.
I
Okay.
have no idea about it. I don't know.
Okay, I'll rewatch her live, and I can only go off of what she says,
Right.
and I can only ask questions about the laws that I'm curious about. Who's being like Pastor Petty now?
And actually, when you rewatch that, can you let me know, please? Because I got on the app one night and I was scrolling and I came across somebody's live. I'm assuming it was from Messy Talk.
I do gotta say, FWA, I can't read because you said I was like Pastor Petty, and I'm gonna be just like Pastor Petty with you. I can't read, so don't bother DMing me.
Which that's so wild she said that, because do you remember when you took, I think it was Bougie, onto her platform and she blamed y'all and said that, never mind, I don't want to fucking go there.
Wait, what?
It's just wild that she's saying that you're like petty when, remember, I want to say it was when you took Bougie, brought Bougie to the app, fine, I like brought her back to the app with support, and FWA made the claim that everybody was just going after Pastor Petty because of his color.
Yes, she didn't. But I also stood there and took all that heat, respected her opinion, and reassured her that it was not because of race.
Yep.
Can you big box me, please? There we go. This is my breakdown. So, like, a forcible felony, we're allowed to step in, kind of thing. But like I said, if you have any questions on your local laws, just Google it. Ask, actually, you can actually ask somebody, and they'll help you.
Yes, also remember that your city laws are overridden by your state laws, which are overridden by federal. It's like a hierarchy system. So if there's not something covered in your city, look in state, because that would override anything that is covered. Best to look at state, because that's going to be what it goes by for the most part.
Fuck the feds.
Well, see, Friends with Attitudes wants to say her mental health, and that I'm bullying her because I'm calmly telling her the truth and trying to give her full context. And that's bullying because, well, she's wrong, and telling her the truth is bullying her. I'm being much nicer to her than she was to Rizzy. I'm being more respectful to her than she is to Rizzy. I'll be damned if anybody that doesn't like me now pretends to feel bad if something happens to me. Y'all need to check them immediately. Because if you
That's
don't now,
literally, I told Mittens that shit dead ass. I said, listen, don't let people, I think I told Megan, I've told a couple people, don't let people on this fucking app, when something happens to me, cry and boo hoo and fucking act like they gave a fuck if you know that they didn't. Because I will haunt you.
please do endlessly beef with anyone if anything happens to me and they pretend to have liked me afterwards. Remind them, he didn't like you.
I'm clipping that to use as a receipt, just saying.
Thank you.
I tell Animal that constantly. Mallory,
Not
Joyce.
to Io, how are you doing? Go ahead, OG. If you want to say something, you've been up here a second.
Yeah, Harley.
Harley.
Link.
She's killing it.
Yes, I know I'm in a box. I'm lagging in the chat, so I'm just up here.
Oh, yeah, she hates that.
One more thing, and then I'm gonna hop down, is that if you guys do decide to take a course, they can also answer any questions specifically to your area. They'll go more in depth about everything, and of course, pew pew safety is always a must. But I'm gonna hop down. Thank you for having me. Everybody have a good night.
Thank you, Trouble. I appreciate it.
I do feel that concealed carry is better than open carry. That's just my opinion. I think, at least like in our area, I feel like open carry is just kind of like a open box for you to get jumped on and your shit taken, and it's people are wild. Plus, I don't want to advertise, being out in public. Exactly, Trouble.
I have another question. Did that guy make it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, so yeah, so that's what I was telling you. So I opened the app one night, right, when that stuff was going on. And I came across a live scrolling. I think I want to say it was somebody named Nedra or something like that. And
Yeah, I like her. She does court sometimes, and it's really good.
yeah, I sat at window licked, and they were playing the Facebook clip. I don't know if anybody has seen that, not seen it. I'm just gonna say my own personal opinion. There was no aggression from that man whatsoever during the Facebook recording.
I have not seen it, and I'm gonna not see it like that. I can't watch it and then say I disagree with it being shown until I guess months and months after Friends with Attitudes asked me to watch it, because I didn't even watch Monsters until like 2 days ago, and I think it's gross that people continue to play that to bash her. They're really stupid, but I'll take your word for it. But good thing that he made it. Good thing that he lived, because I couldn't imagine being the cause of someone losing their life like she already did to Rizzy.
Well, and you want me to tell you something about this man? I don't know him, but he was pretty fucking smart, because while she was on the app putting out what she wanted people to hear to make herself look innocent, that man sat there and shut the fuck up and didn't say shit. And that was one thing that when I came across the live that night, and keep in mind, like, we were all still cool with her at this time. I didn't have any issues with her at this time. And when I seen it, I honestly, I picked up the phone and I called Animal. I was like, bro, this live that I just watched, I'm like, I don't know how to feel about it. I had no clue how to feel about it, honestly.
I know how I feel about it. I'm glad that she didn't take a second life.
Yep. I mean, we know that she aided into taking a first life.
100%. Now I do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I truly didn't believe that she was a part of it, but there's proof that I got right, but right as breaking news got sent to me. So there's that.
Please stay. Can you do me a favor? Can you inbox them to me, and we'll start hitting them hard too?
How you doing, Deb? Yeah, the YouTubes, I can inbox them to you if she doesn't.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yep, Animal's correct. Yeah, Terry, he was.
Yes, Mother Moon, I agree. I'm disappointed as well.
Well, you know how she said, I think she said it again tonight. I think
you know you're in a box.
I do.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Joji.
I was gonna let her go.
I'm a little bit confused. Are you saying they knew before they knew?
Huh? Who knew before? Who knew? Are you okay?
No, I'm not. I've got to drop.
Who knew what?
I've got to drop.
Okay.
I just saw someone yesterday. I've
You want me to drop it?
You want to talk about it? Like, do you want me to get out of the box and we can message?
Yeah, I would like somebody to help me with that.
Okay. I'm
That
gonna
works.
add me back.
All right, I'm going to drop you down, Justice.
Thank you.
Okay, so Little Mama One, yeah, I said it in the chat. I don't know if it went through, but FWA contributed to the bullying that led to Rizzy taking her own life on live, just to turn around and laugh when she heard the news of it happening, and then turned around to fake giving a fuck about it for money. And I just got the first clip when breaking news had hit and live, and somebody sent me something, and that was proof enough for me that she contributed in it. And I know there's more, and we're all going. Well, me personally, I'm going to search. If no one else wants to, it's okay. It can be a little triggering. If you do want to, if you find anything at Friends with Attitudes bullying Rizzy, please do send it to me. Also, the Montgomery, Alabama Police Department could probably use it. If you don't want to send it to them, I will. So just let me know if you sent it to them, so I don't clutter up their inbox with multiple things of the same thing. If you didn't send it to them, just let me know, and I will have no problem sending it to them. More worried about her lashes than the woman who took her life because Friends with Attitudes contributed into the bullying. How much did she contribute? I think any would be more than enough to not pretend like you give a fuck for money. It is gross. Maybe that's why she was so nervous and so defensive about the truth being told, because maybe it wasn't just being given all the context so she could be wrong. Maybe she feels like if she's wrong once, everything will unravel. Like the fact that she's pretending to care because she laughed and talked about her lashes when the news broke to her. I would hope she at least has a guilty conscience. But it's got to be more guilty now pretending to care for money after laughing about it happening. You see, I have a habit of not going after people I don't know. And I don't know any of the main ones, so I can very easily mind my business. But I know Friends with Attitudes. So I feel like, just as with her situation, I went after the people that I knew and I left everybody else alone. I'm pretty consistent in my actions. I can go after her for it and leave everybody else alone because I don't know them.
Hey, Justice, I sent you a message, honey. You have to follow me back. It will only let me send you one message. Also, Florida Man, did you see FWA's live when the unaliving was happening and people came in and told her?
Yes, and she laughed and she was worried about her lashes.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, why she do that? She traumatized all of us. She shouldn't be doing that. But then she turned around and was like, oh, I'm going to get drugged for that. Let me make some money off of this, and pretended to care.
Yep. Pretty fucking sick. But I'm gonna drop so that Justice. Perfect. Thank you, singing in the trash. Miss Justice. Yep, you're welcome, honey. I'm gonna drop. I'll wait for your message.
I'm going to end, actually. Do you need to say anything, Harvey?
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to end. I'm going to get to work on going through some videos and clips and all that. I need to coordinate with a couple people to see, so we're not going through the same lives over and over. I'm going to post what I got now, that one clip that I played tonight, just to show everybody that, yes, she absolutely did participate in the bullying of that woman who took her own life. And now, after laughing about it happening, she's pretending to care because she wants money. And she's faking mental health when people are telling her the truth. So, I might be live later. I don't know. We'll see if I want to take a break from looking through videos. I might be live later. I don't know. We'll see if I want to take a break from looking through videos. But if not, I'll be live tomorrow, and we'll see what happens.